Hey everyone, I just wanted to go through some numbers that I've recently discovered that I thought were just astounding. And as I continue to learn and develop myself and continue to coach clients on how to generate leads in their business, I'm always looking for new ways, or maybe not necessarily new ways of doing things, but maybe different ways. One thing I like looking at doing is looking at the competition. So whatever product I'm trying to sell or whatever business I'm trying to grow or whatever client I'm coaching, the very first thing that I do is I look at what is everyone else in that space doing. Even from getting on the phone and calling their competitors to hear how they quote and try and close my business over the phone. One thing that I have discovered in generating leads, organic leads, which is what we talk a lot about at Smart Agent Consulting, is the offline to online campaign. We talk about it a lot, about using modern day technology, using email automation, using videos, using opt-in forms, call to actions to generate the sales funnel, but getting the individuals into the funnel. We're actually going back to some practices that have been around a long time, such as postcard mailings. This works really well when you're niching. So if you're selling commercial insurance, you can really dive deep into these niches and really have an effective offline campaign to get them to go online and get them in your funnel and then follow up and convert. And we've got ways of lead scoring and automating that, making it really, really effective. But it really works in any other business. But if you can niche, it does work a lot better. So these are the numbers that I've recently discovered, and I validated them by looking them up on several sources just to kind of compare them, because obviously we can't believe everything we read online, but I did check 3 different sources. The very first number of 79%. 79% represents the number of households or businesses that read a postcard when they receive it. This was a conversation I had with an individual a few weeks ago, and we were talking about the millennial generation. And the fact that the millennial generation, and if you study that, it is the generation to be watching and learning how to market and to get out in front of that. They do not get mail, so when they get mail, they actually get pretty excited about it and they read it. It's very, very interesting. Really, as you kind of go up the generations, you see that decline because they kind of went through the 60s, 70s, 80s of getting a lot of junk mail and a lot of postcards, where they're really kind of over it, although it still is effective. You look at the generation of the millennials and right above the millennials, it's very effective. But 79% represents the household percentage or percentage of businesses that actually read postcards when they get them. 50% represents that of the 79%, the ones that do purchase multiple times. So that's half. So of the 79%, what percent is the 50? That really just depends on your industry. So that just really depends on your closing ratios, your sales funnel, and how effective you are. We see oftentimes that being somewhere between 15 to 30%, maybe 15 to 28%, just depending on your industry. But we really like to see it consistently be kind of that 18 to 23%. So here's really the big aha that I have discovered, and I've actually been testing this in our own business and with clients. And I like to look at marketing. You can look at ROI several different ways. You can look at kind of all-in ROI, so you have your business, you have your hard costs, you have your soft costs, you have your overhead, your rent, your utilities, etc. But then you also just have your marketing spend, and that's really what I like to look at on just kind of a very basic level. For every $1 that I spend in marketing, whether it's an email blast, whether it's a telemarketing campaign, whether it's purchasing leads, whatever that is, for every $1 in postcard ROI, as we'll just call it right now, it will yield $15.48 for every $1 spent. That is a big number. I don't know where you're at in your business, and I don't know what you've tried and what you've been successful with. If you're anything like me, you've tried a lot of different things, and you like to constantly be evolving. But I would really pay attention to this, and if there's anything we can do, we consult in this area. Obviously, we've got a marketing automation tool, Comment, that our clients use that's very effective, very low cost. If there's anything we can help with, just reach out to us, smartagentconsulting.com, and you can just fill out the information. I'll come right to me and I'll contact you to give you more information. But if you don't do that, and if you're watching this video and you're just really interested in whatever business you are, primarily we consult with insurance agency owners, I would really pay attention to offline to online campaigns. And look around you. Is anyone else doing this in your area? Or any of your friends or any of your buddies? Is anyone doing this? I promise you, this is a secret that not a lot of people are doing right now. So it's something that we're spending a lot of time in, just soaking in it, testing it. We're doing this ourselves, so we're seeing it work in our own business. But I can tell you that to have a number of 79% of people that read it, I mean, from email campaigns, gosh, that could be as low as 2-3% of people that read emails. 79% will read it. Of the ones that do buy, 50% of those will buy it 2 or more times. And for every $1 you spend in marketing, on average, that yields $15.48 in revenue. Just wanted to share that with you and hope you have a great day, and I hope this was helpful.